gonna tell y'all what speed that was, but that was fast.
My name is Nikolai. I like to film and build cool cars. If you're new here, consider subscribing and hitting the bell icon so you stay up to date. We're gonna learn a whole lot about cars and see some pretty cool stuff. Let's jump into the video.
What's up, guys? I'm here with Raphael, and this is his Mustang. It's a super cool car, and we're just gonna jump right into it, and he's gonna tell you everything about the car.
It's a 17 GT performance package, base model, so cloth seat, standard radio, but it does come with the 6-piston Brimbos. I have the upgraded radiator and the stiffer suspension versus a regular GT on top of that. And included, it's matted to a 6-speed with a Torsen 373 rear end. What makes it stand out for most is comes equipped with the Roush supercharger installed from the dealer. I bought it pre-installed already, so I picked it up about 2 years ago with 4,000 miles, so it's still relatively fresh.
That's awesome. It's really cool because the Roush, like if you go the Roush route, what you get is a warranty on these aftermarket parts. They're kind of like an OEM Plus edition or option that you can get for the car. So you get like the Roush supercharger and also the Roush exhaust, correct?
Yep.
So you get the Roush exhaust, and it's just a really cool like OEM Plus setup. And how much horsepower does the car make?
Advertised 675, but that's crank numbers. But they don't say it, of course, just to make it sell. 600 horsepower on a good day, depending.
Yeah, so 600 horsepower, like that is a lot. And this car, how does it handle 600 horsepower? Because that's already in like the Shelby numbers. Like, that's a lot.
It handles it relatively well with different tires. The stock Pirellis will blow right through it right away.
Really?
Yeah.
So what tires are you running on it now that it doesn't spin as much?
The Federal Evolution, the ST1s. These are new from them. They just came out about a year or two ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was just searching through Simple Tire and came across them. I recommend them to everybody now too.
Nice, nice. So then how does the car feel? Because you have like the Brembos and the stiffer suspension. So like cornering wise, how do you feel with this car?
Oh, it's definitely, it took some getting used to, but because the car is very confident in taking it itself. The brakes are super touchy. But I took about a couple months of getting used to just hard driving the car to really get used to it. But it handles really well for what it is.
Nice.
Even with the supercharger, it feels like relatively stock unless I'm really getting on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's the cool thing about a Mustang, especially like this newer generation. If you look at older generations, they were really made for like drag racing or just straight line performance, especially with like a solid axle in the rear. But now with this car having its independent suspension, it's really good at literally everything. It can corner, it can go in a straight line, it can go to a racetrack. It's really sick what these things can do. And overall, I just think it looks really good. And especially with how Raphael has his setup with like the black on black, it's just such a good looking car. So then tell us, is this a auto or manual?
It's a manual.
Nice, nice. So that's the 6-speed, right?
Yep, and for this year model, the performance package only came with a manual.
Oh, really? That's awesome. Yeah, so I guess, like I said, with the performance pack, you only get the manual, and it's super cool. So then out of all the cars that you were looking at, what really drew you to the Mustang and made you want to get this one?
Ooh, I started like when I was a kid, way back when. You remember playing Need for Speed, like Hot Pursuit 2?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, seeing the SVT Cobra come out, it was, it definitely threw me on as a kid. And my dad was always a big Ford fan. We had like F-150s, we had a Thunderbird and now and then. So I just knew a Mustang was for me eventually.
Nice.
And especially being like 7, 8 years old, right at the height of when they brought back the Shelby, like an I Am Legend too, that's also like made me attached to the car. Pretty much as a kid, I wanted one. Nice. Like every year back home in Texas, at the State Fair of Texas, so they would have like a big pavilion where all the automakers would come. Yeah. And we just walk around there all day looking at all the new cars.
Oh, that's awesome. It's like so cool, like growing up around all these Fords, and then you really want one, and now here you have it, a Mustang GT. It's so sick. Just a few years later, but overall I think it's super cool. Now it's a really good car, but let's go ahead and take the car for a drive and see how it feels. It's so much fun. This transmission is really smooth. So for me to just now get into it, like first time driving this car, and I'm already like feeling really good with it, and I don't really know manual that well, that's really nice. So what I'm noticing right off the bat is this car has a lot of presence to it. Like it's a very big car, and when you're sitting in here, like there's a lot of visibility. but you like see the hood, and you can literally see like the hood vents on it, and then like the little like arches on the hood, and like the little, you know, body lines. It's so cool to be able to see parts of the car, and I feel like it just adds to like the raw driving experience with the car when you can actually see the outside of the car from the inside. First of all, like that's just so cool, and then like second of all, it just like adds like a really nice, you know, character to the car, which I really love. And then also, the suspension is really smooth on the car. It's dialed in, and just for cruising here right now, I'm loving it. Really have no complaints so far. To me, OEM Plus is where the car feels stock. If you want to drive it normally, it feels stock. But if you want to drive it harder, it feels like it's modified, which is the coolest thing ever, because obviously with it being supercharged, it hauls really hard with almost 600 horsepower. Is that to the crank or to the wheels?
That's to the wheels, yeah.
That's a lot of horsepower. And it's a usable horsepower too, you know.
Oh yeah.
It's rear-wheel drive, has good tires on here, and it hooks. So it's really nice and enjoyable. To fourth gear pull, and for third gear, this thing is so fast. Oh my gosh, I love it. I just love how smooth it is. Like, I don't feel like I'm worried it's gonna spin or anything. And yes, I do have traction control on, but I'm not even using it. Like, it's not kicking in. It's just super nice because it's really a confidence inducing car. The fact that I can do that and feel like it's like I literally just got in the car and I already feel like I know how it could react. Granted, I have driven a EcoBoost Mustang, which handling wise actually feels very similar, because I know like their architecture is very similar. If not, it's the same.
I think his was the EcoBoost performance package too.
Yeah,
right?
it is a performance pack, so it has all, you know, the same goodies. And that one was tuned as well. And if you guys want to check it out, I actually have the video already up on my channel. It's the yellow EcoBoost Mustang, super cool. You guys are definitely gonna enjoy that video. But now that we're in the GT, I do like to compare the two cars, and literally, like, it doesn't feel like it has too much power. It feels like you said, it's like the perfect balance of fun and just enough to have fun with it, and also enough that like I don't feel like it's too much, because sometimes cars just feel like they're just too much for the chassis, but this definitely does not feel like that at all.
Yeah.
But to be transparent, you do feel the weight with the car.
Yeah.
But
even on normal steering right now, like, you can definitely feel it.
Yeah, but I think the beauty of it is that yes, you do feel the weight, but it is able to handle that weight, so it doesn't feel like it's like too much weight, but at the same time, it's just a really nice balance. Like, I love cars that are balanced, and especially when you have an OEM Plus setup with the car, which essentially is just Roush in this case. It's just really cool. So let's go ahead and try a second gear pull with the car. I'm gonna ease into it and let's just go for it.
Oh man.
I'm not gonna tell y'all what speed that was, but that was fast.
It's notchy, man.
Dude, I love this shifter. Literally, like, this is now probably one of my favorite shifters I've ever driven. I love Honda transmissions. The Honda manual transmissions are so easy and forgiving and nice to drive.
Yeah.
But this one is so, like, rewarding. Like, oh, I love it. Like, I'm in fifth right now, and it literally accelerates. So, oh, wow. Oh, and then I tap on the brakes just slightly, and it already is, like, slowing. You know, this is like common sense. Okay, I press on the brakes, it slows down. I give it gas, it speeds up. But it's like something you feel like it's very sensitive. It doesn't take a lot to get it going. It's just really nice.
Yeah, it's like on-demand type thing.
So let's try cornering with the car slightly here.
Yeah, it likes it. Yeah.
Oh, it loves it. This thing is so nice. I see why there's so many Mustangs around now. I mean, it's such a fun car to drive.
Yeah, I love it too.
Oh, this thing is so forgiving. I love the manual in this car. You know, at first, I mean, granted, I haven't driven a 10-speed yet, but I was thinking, I was like, you know, I think I'd probably want a 10-speed just because, like, you know, they're known to be faster, but...
Yeah, it's a good all-arounder.
Yeah, but with how fun this is, I don't know. Even me, as someone who says automatics are better, blah, blah, like, I own my own car is an automatic, but, man, this thing, I think, has just changed my mind on how I feel about automatics.
Wow.
Oh, you thought it was accelerating?
Oh, that's some hard diesel right there.
Oh, no. Oh, that is so, like, this would be such a fun car in the mountains.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Now I want a Mustang. It's like I want one, but, like, it's just, I know I'd get in trouble with this much power, you know?
Yeah.
It's just so fun to, like, roll into it. Like, I'm in 4th gear, and that's like 25% throttle just goes.
Yeah. Definitely makes merging on the highway fun.
Here, I'm gonna sway it side to side here. Yeah, this thing hooks.
Alright, Roebling, it definitely would have woke up. Man, I'm mad I didn't go to Roebling. I saw the layout, I was like, oh, I definitely would have got the most out of my car.
Yeah, Roebling, I mean, I took my car there, and you learn so much, and it's really fun. And I know this car would be amazing at Roebling. Let's do like a regular, like, well, maybe a little bit more than regular, but like from just 1st gear, maybe like 25% throttle. Just like regular day traffic, you know, see how the car feels with that type of stuff.
Okay. Once you inch past 3,500, you can feel it like want to kick in.
Yeah, it almost like it's begging you to give it throttle. So like here, we're sitting at right at 35 right now, and then
wow.
It amazes me every time I look at the speed, which I'm not gonna tell you guys, but I look at it and I'm like, okay, that did not feel like that.
Yeah, it's the low center of gravity too that helps you feel that way.
Yeah. You hear those pops? When you like give it that blip, it'll like...
Yeah, even just decelerating, it pops and bang.
Yeah. And then throw it in a neutral, and now I can't even hear the car.
The camera's shaking.
It's so much fun. Like, I couldn't resist. I had to do it there.
Yeah, that's fine.
That thing feels so sharp.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, it's like very linear. Well, I guess that's what you get with the Supercharger.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
The only thing I don't like is the gearing in the back right now. Like 1st and 2nd gear, it's like that, like that.
So it's tuned with Roush, and then that means you get to still keep your warranty even with a tune on it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Roush has like their own proprietary warranty for their blower equipped cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's roughly about the same as the powertrain. I wanted the car just because I know it can do it all. Having an IRS, it really wakes the car up to multiple possibilities. That's what steered me to get an S550 over the S197s, the 11 to 14 models.
Yeah, because you really wanted like that all around, like being able to corner, being able to accelerate, having a fun, fast car. You know, the older models were more so like straight line drag racing, but these can really do it all, which is super cool. That I love that this generation and really moving forward that they're more like sports cars, which some people might hate that fact that they're less like a drag car than a sports car, or I guess like a muscle car. but I think it's super cool because it literally does everything. And I mean, you owning the car, would you say it's a fun car?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I bought the car about a year and a half ago. I already got like 26,000 miles on it.
So did you buy the car new or used?
I bought it pre-owned.
Okay.
But practically new. Only had 4,000 miles.
Oh, 4,000 miles?
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, I mean, it's like a better deal than, you know, getting a brand new one. That's so cool.
And what really steered me to get it, not just the blower, the fact that they priced it at around the same price as getting like an 18 and up brand new. But I wasn't going to get a blower with that. I was going to get an NA.
Oh, okay. So you could have gotten like a newer one without the blower versus getting this one with, you know, the Roush. That's awesome.
Yep.
I think it's so cool. Like, you can do like an aftermarket blower on like any Mustang, but to have this with the warranty, that to me is just like, that's awesome.
Yeah, definitely a nice security, especially at the time when it was just my daily driver. Cause I was skeptical at first having like a boosted car just to have around all the time. But yeah, about a year and a half, 2 years now going on, I have no regrets anymore.
So now with it being boosted, what's your gas mileage like?
I'm getting 18 right now.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's only maybe like 1 or 2 off from like the NA advertised MPG.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, on my road trip from here to Dallas, I got 24-ish highway.
Okay, that's really good. And now, do you have any aftermarket suspension on here?
Yeah, I just have some IRS stuff because these cars have like notorious wheel hop with the IRS. A lot of bushings everywhere in the back. So I have like the cradle lockouts from BMR and some vertical links.
Nice, nice. So that definitely helps with like handling wheel hop and things like that. That's so cool.
Yeah, because these half shafts are known to snap. Even NA cars are known to snap their half shafts just from launching.
Really?
Yeah. I wish I had a video, but I was you could actually see the whole rear end like wobble. When
Oh, like your car before it? Wow, that's insane.
Yeah, you can even feel it in here. Like you can feel like the back vibrate and stuff.
Now, would you say it's like fully eliminated, or is there still some left over?
It's light play, but it's way better than before. Top of a better alignment too. Because from Ford, like the performance pack's obviously supposed to be a track-oriented car, so it had way more like negative camber. Yeah, I noticed when you do a pull and the suspension would be under load, the car would tend to like veer left and right. But I ended up trying to get as close to 0 as possible. I'm about to lower the gear ratio from 373s to 331s or 355, whatever I can find first. So just so I can stay in the power band longer. Because first and second gear is like, it's like a 9. I can take off in second gear and it'll feel like first gear to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I want to be able to drive to the track, have my full interior, run a pass, like a 9-second pass, just fine.
Yeah.
And then drive back home or go out on the weekends and stuff, not really have to like put on like 5-point harness. And, yeah.
For sure. So speaking of interior, this interior is actually very nice. Like a lot of people hate on Fords for having bad interior qualities, but just sitting in, like everything's coming. Like these seats are really nice. Like they're so soft. And are these the Recaros or are these the base model seats?
These are the base model seats.
Okay.
Yeah.
They hug you in so well. So I actually have a video up on my channel on a yellow Ford Mustang EcoBoost, which had the Recaros, and those definitely hug you in more, but these are really good, and I'm really enjoying it right now, just sitting here passenger. Yeah. I do know a lot of people complain that they don't like, well, like you said, like they don't like this transmission, and most people say they like the transmission out of the Shelbys, which I guess I'll have to drive a Shelby to know that, but I mean...
Yeah, I've driven the GT350 before. I have a friend of mine, he lives in Florida now. I got to drive that. That's the TR3650 is the trans. Yeah, it's a lot more notchier and a lot less throw too, which I do like. I just couldn't get over the fact that their clutch pedals were a lot lighter. Like,
okay.
I felt like I had to use my toe to shift.
So you like the clutch out of the GT more?
Yeah. These cars did come with like a helper spring to help like sort of like get into the bite, which I hate it right away. On my way back from Dallas with the car, I stopped in Atlanta traffic, dude. I just ripped the spring out as soon as I got home.
It's so weird because like it's so smooth. Like it's smooth but aggressive at the same time. As like it puts you in your seat, but you don't feel like you're going all over the place. You just feel like you're going straight, and wherever you want to take the car is literally where it goes. Like it's so, I don't know, it's really interesting. Overall, I think this car is just amazing. It's fun to drive. If you want it to be fast in a straight line, it is. If you want it to be fast at cornering, it is. It's really the best of both worlds, you know, or even all worlds, because it literally does so much. And overall, it's just a really fun, raw driving experience. And going into this review, I thought I would have wanted an automatic, like with the 10-speed. But now,
after driving this manual, it's a really rewarding and notchy, incredible feeling transmission. And honestly, even if it might not be faster than the automatic, it's a lot more fun. But overall, it's a really good car. And if you guys enjoyed the video and want to see many more just like it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, because we're going to have a whole lot more on the channel. We'll see you in the next one.